Wafik Moustafa is the author of Egypt, the Elusive Arab Spring. He joins us now from London. Thanks so much for speaking to us. How would you characterize Mubarak's legacy, especially given now that so many Egyptians actually see him as the lesser of so many evils?
Well, Mubarak presided over a very corrupt state. However, he is much less ruthless than the current regime. Mubarak is the last general of the old-fashioned general, the pre-52 generals. Sisi is was not even born at the time. So I think Mubarak, he will be obviously remembered for staying for such a long period as a dictator in Egypt, but he be more remembered with the state of Egypt, which go through tyranny at the moment, last few years under General Sisi. He certainly was the least violent general from the last five generals who ruled Egypt over the last 70 years. He was deposed from power because it's a fix, really, by the military to get rid of him, to pacify the Americans, and as well to appease the public and the youth in Tahrir Square. But the military did not have any intention of losing a grip on power.
It's tragic, though, because it seems that Egypt just went from horrible corruption under Mubarak to just as horrible corruption under a more kind of brutal military dictator.
Yes, it is very unfortunate that Egypt going through virtually economic breakdown and even heading probably to be failed state, depending on donations and borrowing money from all over the world, and as well involved in futile political gestures in Libya and other places in Yemen, and as well losing the money, losing the water through the dam in Ethiopia. I think Egypt is much worse off, but it was a historical moment for Egypt to move into democracy on the day Mubarak was removed. But the military, particularly Field Marshal Tantawi, Machiavelli way, have plotted to keep the military in power. And as you can see, there's 60,000 people in prison at the moment, and about 3,000 or 4,000 people being killed. Mainly are young people. I think Egypt is much worse off. Right. But nonetheless, we do not compare dictator by dictator. Egypt needs proper democracy, accountable democracy, like any decent country in the world.
Of course they do, but very few countries have been able to see that ideal actually realized on the ground. So given what Egypt is up against, and that there's this almost nostalgia now for pre-Sisi times, which was almost exclusively Mubarak, do you think there's any space in the political future for Mubarak's family, particularly his sons?
Well, I think there will be no future because the way Egypt is run, it's run in a group of military controlling the country and seclude the others. Although they keep their privileges, cars, villas, land, stolen money, they keep it, but the people in power, they will not let anybody else from Mubarak era in power. Particularly they control the media in a way is very difficult to describe. Every detail in the Egyptian media is controlled. They control judiciary. Judiciary, I mean, a couple of days ago, have relieved Mubarak's family after they have so many pages about hundreds of millions of money, of dollars being ciphered outside the country, and now they claim there's nothing. So I don't know how they've done their investigation. I think it's run in a personal rule way and a pure tyranny, probably the biggest tyranny in the Middle East at the moment.
Okay, Wafik Moustafa, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.